Lisa Ruth Howard from MyBodyMyImage.com, and it's my pleasure today to sit with the artistic director of Cedar Lake Contemporary Ballet, Benoit Swan Pouffer. First of all, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so excited because we actually have a history. Swan is French, and but he had an incredible career here, starting with Philadelphia, then Donald Byrd, where we crossed paths, and then 7 years with Alan American Dance Theater. Oddly, I remember sitting on, was it 61st Street?
11.
Do you remember?
61st.
And you had this opportunity. Cedar Lake was being founded, and you were like,
That is so funny. I forgot about this. Yes.
And Swan said, oh my God, I have this opportunity. You know, they've asked me to choreograph and maybe be the resident choreographer.
Right.
Should I do? Because you were still dancing.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I was like, Swan, go. You know, stretch yourself that way. And so you did, and then you had the opportunity to take over the company and become an artistic director. And do you remember what I said to you when you were, like you were going to take the job? But I just said, just have a vision.
It is true.
Remember?
I remember.
I said, whatever you do, just have a vision, because people will be like, oh, you know, you got this job. And it was like the golden job.
Did I do okay?
Oh, I'm here to tell you that, first of all, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Because not only do I think Cedar Lake is phenomenal, and what you've done with it, and I see your vision. I'm gonna cry with it.
Thank you.
But oh my God! But I have to tell you, word on the street is Cedar Lake is the company to dance for.
That's really, it's an honor because it's been a lot of work and it's been a lot of sacrifice and a lot of dedication. And I'm happy that you said that, and I'm happy that people think that.
Oh no, you don't understand. From the dancers at Allen to the dancers at, we were just at Alliance for the Arts, those University of Arts dancers. I was like, you know who's in the audience? They're like, oh! To the jazz contemporary, I teach the jazz contemporary division of Joffrey Ballet. I asked the question, who do you want to dance for? The first company that comes out of their mouth, no lie, is Cedar Lake.
Wow.
And then I'll tell you the second is NDT.
Wow. Wow. That's
So congratulations.
an honor. Thank you very much.
It's in a very short time. So let me ask you, what was your vision?
You know, like you said, I came in the States almost 18 years ago, and I did my career here, and I danced with Ailey, and I had the opportunity to dance other work, and because Ailey is a repertory company,
Right.
and it was wonderful. But I always missed something because I'm from Europe, and there was choreographer that we didn't get a chance to work with. So there was room to have a company that gives an opportunity to not young choreographer, but choreographer who don't have the opportunity to come in the state to work with an American company. You know, I believe that Cedar Lake is an American company. I know we are featuring work from overseas and mostly Europe, but it's an American company, and I felt that with the opportunity that I have, I think it was my, I felt that it was my objective and my dedication to bring those choreographers here, and that we create a kind of a comprehensive environment, like a laboratory. So I welcome them and I try to encourage them to do new work. So little by little, the vision was taking place. But because to be honest, when I had Cedar Lake, there was a lot of things to do.
Right.
Create a foundation. But it's true, a strong vision will bring you far. But to me, it was always, I like to bring those choreographers in the state. I like to have this place that people, they don't have to go to Europe to dance for them. They can come to the
Right.
States and stay in the States and work with them.
Okay, so what is the difference, do you think, or the largest difference between, and this is not a critical thing, like one is bad, one is good, it's just different. What's the key difference between European choreographers and American choreographers that you feel?
There is a lot of differences, and all of them are just differences like ice cream, different flavors.
Right.
But they're all made of cream and etc. So you understand. But to me, in America, there was a really, really incredible force in the 60s, 70s with Ada Cunningham, Martha Graham, who really set a wonderful and shaped the dance world.
Right.
And I believe that those European choreographers came in the States, learned from them, and then went back to Europe and created what they wanted to create, but they had influences and they learned from the States. And I do believe that in Europe, because it's not so private, as meaning that you're raising funding and trying to give the opportunity to choreographer and company to explore. And in the States, it's very difficult to allow a company to just explore and to actually just try to figure out things that might not work.
Right.
So it's a totally different world. So it's almost unfair to compare one another.
Right.
You know?
The
system
systems have a large
exactly. But what I find in Europe, it's a sense of theatricality. I feel like in America we're concentrating in the physicality, so versus theatricality. And I think that in Europe I'm drawn to those choreographers who brings a certain layer of not just physical, but there is as well a sense of interpreting the work.
Yeah, it's holistic. It's not just the movement, but it's like the way the space looks, to the set, the costume, the music, lighting, and nothing is more important than the other. That's why I feel that way. I think too about the difference between America and Europe, and maybe it is the way the funding system is when you talked about being able to fail. I think here, because of the funding game, you've got to hit all the time, or else if you don't hit, then you may not get money next year in order to do something. So given the choreographers that you started bringing in and the dancers that were hired already, was there something different that you had to, in the dancer that you needed to do this sort of work, a different sensibility? Was there a turnover period to get really?
When I started, there were 22 dancers, and there was no repertory. And it's true that I had to make choices, and I had to really almost to define who are those dancers and what do I want them to do. And some of them were not fit for what I wanted them to do. And some of them morphed, that I kept them and stay. I said, I believe in you, and I believe that you're capable to open up. So yes, from the time the day I took over till now, the company shifted a little bit. But if you look, I think there is still 5 or 6 people who are still here, from the beginning. So it was truly to make sure that the elements, the individuals that were remaining and who are now at Cedar Lake are true, almost all the tools for me to express and to define Cedar Lake.
The dancers were always phenomenal. They were always good dancers. It's just finding that you have the ability to find material that that makes them stretch and develops them in ways that I think that we haven't been seeing in contemporary dance. I mean,
you know, it's funny you said that, because I always say to them, I can always find better. You always can technically better. But what I cannot find, and that's why you hear that you have an open mind. You know, when Ohad Narin came here, that was the first person who really truly believed that in Cedar Lake somehow, who gave us a chance. He really took over and put the ballet, what we used to do every morning, aside and started Gaga. And it takes a certain frame of mind, or it takes a certain individual to push everything they know and start from let go. And you get it. And not everybody can do that. But most of my dancers did it with, and of course it's Ohad, and of course he was there 3 months, you want to go.
You want to take that journey.
Absolutely. But not everyone could do that. And that's why for me a Cedar Lake dancer is, not only they are technically proficient, of course, but not just that, they're individual, they're people who are yearning to learn and to actually break barrier and try to almost sometimes try things that maybe don't work for them,
Right.
but they're willing to
But
try.
they have to be like open.
It takes a certain person. Not everybody can